Hello there, I have some insights to share. So, I just spent some time with a new friend of mine, and I have been feeling unsafe within myself for, let's say, 2 or 3 days, in which I felt really stuck in my heart zone, a lot of stress on me, like I couldn't release any of the resistance that I was feeling towards the universe in general, but also just my living situation, and I was worrying quite a lot. Um, and there was something very emotional about it, like a deep pain of feeling that I have to fend for myself in this life, for everything that I need to do, like to be emotionally nurturing towards myself and to physically sustain myself, and then also to spiritually evolve and help other people. And like there's a lot of demands that I make, and somehow I put a lot of pressure on myself on making it happen all by myself and not being dependent on any other people to have that. Um, and so when I was with this friend, he has a very masculine energy. It took it took about 1.5 hours to relax and to really feel safe, and he could see it, and he said it a couple of times, like there's something weird in your eyes. And we met because he was attracted to my face, because he said there was bliss in it, and he likes to be around people who have that bliss face, and so he actively seeks that out. So that's how we met, and we started talking, and he said, like, you're not connected to yourself, you're not in touch with yourself. And it was very true, because I only could feel stress and anxiety. And then at some point we did some energy practices where I raised the earth's energy and sent it into him, and then he sent it back to me, and then I put it down to the earth again, like just some energy games, because he was curious. And I told him that I had some games that I sometimes play with people to get to know energy and how it works and how you can feel it and sense it and perceive of it. And so that was really nice and calming. Um, and then we did it a second time later, and I actually channeled Dhyana Linga energy. I felt the energy inside of myself, and then I made a connection to his field or space, and I felt like I transmitted it to him, or like sent it to him somehow. And it was very subtle, a very different way. But then when he sent it back to me, I felt my heart relieving, or the stress relieving, and my heart chakra opening, and my body coming to ease. And this had been happening over the course of our conversation, because he explicitly pointed out that I was feeling unsafe and inquiring into why and helping me figure out these emotions. But then energetically, also when we did this energy practice and he sent the energy back to me, I could feel that it had changed, because it had been inside of a man's energy system. And he was also sending back masculine energy along with whatever energy I sent to him first. And so I have the same when I'm talking to Shiva sometimes, that I can feel stuck for a whole day and completely stressed, anxious, unsafe within myself, and not knowing how to get out of it. And like my whole nervous system is just triggered full time. And then when I talk to Shiva, it shifts, because there's masculine energy there, and that is what opens up the possibility for my feminine to relax and feel itself, and then start to blossom. So what I'm wondering about now is how I can make that happen for myself. And I'm not sure actually if I can. And there's a lot of different opinions about this. I know that Teal Swan is a big. Well, she says that it's hard or impossible for specific aspects of the feminine to express if there's no masculine containment. Um, then when I look at what Miriam Magdalena is doing, it seems like she's perfectly fine and capable, and feeling safe within herself without the presence of a masculine energy or like a masculine human being. And yeah, I guess I've experienced it as well when I'm around women, when I'm in a group of women and in a community of women, or women and men and everything in between, but with an overweight on the feminine side, then I can also very much experience my feminine energy and feel safe. Because then you just make it larger in each other, and you encourage each other to feel that way and to express that way. And community is also a kind of container. Like, the more people gather and actively care for each other's well-being, the more that also has this protective feeling of what masculine energy gives me. But when I'm by myself and there's no one around, how should I find that balance in being in my feminine and letting it express, and not being taken over by a toxic masculinity in myself, which is constantly watching out for danger and charging my nervous system with hyperactivity and my brain with overthinking, because it feels like there is danger and needs to solve and needs to protect and needs to like safeguard and put on this masculine mask in order to feel like I can survive in a situation, in a public situation, or just in my life in general. Like when I feel that some specific needs are not met, or I don't feel I have doubts about my future or certain insecurities, then this really comes out, this protector survival mode of the masculine. So yes, please universe, give me the answer. And the thought that I have now is that maybe I should just come to terms with the fact that that is what I need other people for, and that I actually need a community of feminine beings, or connection to specific healthy kind of masculine people in my life, so that I have a continuous presence of something that allows my feminine to blossom, and that I should actively seek that out. So what do you think?